minutes. Get that sponge up, guys. Come on. Gary, 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes. I like structure. You enjoy your break? I did, but I like routine. And I had enough experience on how to. I got your best class. Sorry. My wife and I actually looked at each other and went, okay, we're watching on TV, we've read enough books. Little known fact, I do like my job. Did you have job early? Yeah. Holidays were about 2.5 minutes, guys. 2.5. About 1 minute left, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, my turn. My turn, please. Okay. I recognize that you've been gone for some time. If you were struggling through those, let that be an indicator that you might need a bit of a refresher. Now, the questions at the bottom, okay? We don't have to go through those together. Obviously, those are reflections for you, but let those guide you a little bit. So, today, we start a new unit, guys. All right, today is the start of Unit 4, new key standards, new year, new start. Your objective is I can identify and define ethos, pathos, and logos appeals. Okay, that's what we're going to be working on today. First and foremost, though, I would like you please to turn to your table mates, okay, talk to each other, and share one memorable moment from your break. And be sure to listen carefully because I may ask you to share about somebody else's. Okay? Just turn to each other. One memorable thing. Got 1 minute. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, at each table, I'd like you to number off. It's not. Each table, I'd like you to number off 1 through 3, 1 through 4, 1 or 2, depending on how many people are at your table. Just everybody take one number. Just choose it real quick. All right, Hector's table. Who was number 2 over there? Hector, please share one thing for the class that happened with either Tyler or Chance. You hurt his foot? Who hurt his foot? What'd you do? You ran into a wall. What were you doing to run into said wall? Yeah, how do you just run into a wall? It's not like they pop out of nowhere. I was running like I should, and I was stuck in it. Fair enough. You okay? All right. Gary's table. Who had number 3? What'd you do at break? One memorable moment.
I was with my cousin, and he was like, "You go outside, and you done some drugs, right?" And he was like, "Holler," and he was like, "Hey, shawty, come here." And he walked away, and he turned around and he smacked a pole. I was down.
Nice. So you looked like an idiot twice.
Yeah.
Good. Love it. Latrell, who had number 3 for your group? You did ditto? Share one thing one of your classmates did. From your group.
They chilled, just gonna lay down and chill.
Okay? So just good old relaxing break. Okay? Just a pulse check, guys. Raising of hands. Did you have a nice restful break?
Yeah, no.
No?
Kind of.
Was anybody ready to come back?
No. They could have gave us 1 more week.
1 more week? You know, if they'd given you 1 more week, you know what you want after that? Another week. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about that research paper, guys. I did post the scores on Edmodo, so if you did not get that message, they are posted. Let me tell you what I saw. The high score before the curve, okay, was an 85. The average score was a 65. What I saw as I graded it, and it was a little bit of my fault, it was that the scores were kind of artificially low. The rubric I created, as I was grading, I realized it wasn't doing a good job. So what I did is I basically took your score and I curved it. The way I curved it is I took your score plus 100 minus the high score. So essentially what I did is I added 15 points to everybody's score. So if you, for example, had an 85, you now had a 100. So the score that is on Edmodo is the right score. It is the curved score. It is the one that you should go with. Understand that even if, let's say, you had that average of 65, you look at a 65 and you go, oh my God, that's really low. Okay? But a lot of people were really low, and that was my fault, not yours. My rubric was not the best, and I'm willing to admit that. So just understand that everybody's score was plus 15. Yes.
Edmodo, like you said, plus 15.
The score in Edmodo is the correct one. It's the one 15 already added in. Okay? Any questions on that? Overall, guys, those of you that turned it in, I was really impressed. Raise your hand if that was the first real research paper you had ever worked on. Okay, and that's kind of what I thought. A lot of people had never done something like that. So considering that, they were really good. I was very impressed. All righty. Let's take a second and let us go over your sponge. Okay, let's go over your sponge. Metaphor is I. Yeah, please raise your hand, guys. Metaphor was I. Let's go with simile. Christian. It is F. Very good. First person point of view. Brittany Parker, what'd you have? B as in boy. Well done. Theme. D. It's not D. There's nothing there for theme. Okay? There's not an option there for theme. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'll wait. So let's take a moment and let's remind each other what a theme is. Anybody remember? Let's hear. Can you just stop talking over here? Does anybody remember what it is? Yeah, excellent. It's the lesson learned. It's what the author's trying to teach you. Okay? That is theme. So let's continue on. Thesis, please. Tyler. Is not A. D as in dog. Third person point of view, Julia. Yes, it is K. There was nothing for theme. DeMarco, please enlighten us as to what mood is. It is C. Well done. John, tone. E is an elephant. Well done. Personification, Zahara. G. Excellent. Sanabu, S-R-E-E. Very good. It is A. Conclusion. Christian. Excellent. And then Brittany Parker, what do you got for supporting details? H. Very good. Any questions on these, concerns, things that you are confused about? Theme is not on there. And so just so you remember, theme is the lesson learned. It's what the author is trying to teach. Any other questions here? All right. So let us continue with this new unit. Guys, with the new unit, you have a new constructed response. Let's take a look at what it is. Your new question will be, analyze how the author uses literary elements to persuade the reader or listener to do something. Okay, so this whole unit is going to be about persuasion and how people, authors, those around you try to get you to do something. What do we already know how to do to answer this prompt? Makia, what's one thing you already know how to do to answer this? How many paragraphs do you think it should be? It's 4 or 5. Okay? We already know that. Constructive responses are 4 or 5 paragraphs. Right? What's something else we already know how to do? Yeah, we know a lot of literary elements already. We're going to learn more, but you already have that background knowledge. How should the paragraphs be structured, Mr. Ditto? It's on your sheet right in front of you. How should the paragraphs be structured? SREE. The intro paragraph should have what at the end of it? What's the one sentence that tells us what the essay is about? The topic of the essay. That's on paper as well. I'm going to come back to you for another one, so get your paper out. John. No, that's at the end. The end tells us what it was about, and it wraps it up. Okay? Right there. Thesis statement. Good. All right. There are lots of these pieces that we already know how to do. As a matter of fact, the only new material you're going to have with this are 3 more literary elements, essentially. All right, so it's not going to be a big change. So take a look here, guys. We know the introduction. We know the thesis. We know that you need to add 1 or 2 sentences of summary. You need SREE. You need conclusion. And you guys have at least 10 different literary elements that we've learned. So you guys are already in very good shape. Now, the 3 new literary elements we're going to learn: ethos, pathos, and logos. If you are asked about persuasion, you must use one of them. It's just put it in your brain right now that if you are given something about persuasion, you're going to use one of these new ones. Okay? So here are the 3, and we're going to take some notes, guys, so go ahead and make sure your notebook's out or someplace that you're going to take notes. We're going to learn about the 3. Guys, you're supposed to get your notebooks at the beginning. Please hurry. Okay, the first one is called pathos. When we talk about pathos, we talk about emotional appeal. Okay? We talk about pathos, we talk about emotional appeal. Here's the definition. It appeals or tries to pull on a person's values or belief systems. Can often use loaded language. It's trying to play with your emotions. We're talking about an emotional appeal. It's trying to play on your emotions. Okay, so there's your definition. Go ahead and get it down. Yes, sir. There's one laying around here a second ago. Anybody think of an advertisement they've seen recently, whether it's on TV, print, billboard, where somebody's tried to draw on your emotions? Absolutely. What emotion are they trying to make you feel there? Absolutely. Okay. Okay. The second one, guys, is logos. Logos, or logic. A logical appeal is trying to appeal to reasoning. It's making a claim. It's supporting it. The easiest way to remember logos, guys, is if it's trying to use facts, figures, statistics, logical reasoning. If A happens, then B will happen. This is logos. It's trying to appeal to your sense of logic. and this will stay up, but the last one, guys, is ethos, ethical appeal. It appeals by using the speaker's credibility. What is credibility? I'm saying you have a high credibility. What am I saying about you? What am I saying about you? Anthony, do you know? No? It means you're believable. I can believe you. You're credible. Okay? And the way it does this, it convinces you through their character, through their being, or by being an expert on the subject. I would also like you to write one more thing under ethical appeal. Okay. Ethos can also be used when it's trying to draw on your sense of right and wrong. Ethical appeal can also appeal to your sense of right and wrong. If I'm trying to convince you of something and I'm trying to play off of your sense of morals, your morality, religion, or something like that, it's playing on ethos, it's on your sense of right and wrong. Say again? How many of you guys started to learn about this last year? I know some freshman teachers did and some didn't. Okay. Is anybody still writing? Good. All right. I'm going to ask you guys to please watch this video. Okay, guys, I need you up here, please. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, this is a video about ethos, pathos, and logos. It's going to give you some more information about them. Feel free to take notes over what you hear. Okay, so here you go.
You're watching Persuasive Appeal. Ethos, Logos, and Pathos covers Cooper. This is Ari. Ari has an idea. He'd like to order pizza for dinner tonight, but there could be a problem. This is Ari's mom. She may or may not order the pizza. She's got the phone and the money. Hey Mom, can we order pizza tonight? I don't know. Ari knows that there must be some way to get his mom to agree with him and order that pizza. And he knows exactly what he'll do. He'll use persuasion. But how will Ari persuade his mom to order that pizza? Well, a long time ago, in ancient Greece, a philosopher named Aristotle noticed that when people try to persuade each other, they use three main tactics. He called these tactics ethos, logos, and pathos. The first one, ethos, or ethical appeal, is about establishing your credibility with the audience. An author or speaker establishes credibility with the audience by being fair, being knowledgeable about the topic, being trustworthy, and being considerate of their thoughts and opinions. Let's look at how ethos or credibility helps Ari with his mom. Hey Mom, I know you're tired, and so you probably don't want to cook. So I have an idea. Let's order some pizza. You can choose any kind of topping you want, and I have a coupon. Now Ari's mom is probably thinking, hey, That's a pretty fair request. Pizza's pretty easy to order, and I haven't cooked anything yet. She's also thinking, Ari knows a lot about pizza and the toppings. Maybe he can help me pick one. She's also thinking that, hey, Ari's not going to get out of his homework or his chores if I order the pizza, so he's definitely not trying to trick me. And she knows that Ari thought about her, that she is tired, and she would probably like to take a night off from cooking, and it doesn't hurt that she can save a couple of bucks. Because Ari established credibility or ethos with his mom, she's probably going to think, hey, pizza's not a bad idea. Logos, or logical appeals, have to do with being reasonable. When your idea or argument is reasonable, it means you put a lot of thought into it, that there are good reasons to think the way you do, and that there's evidence to support what you say. Let's look at how logos, or logical appeal, helps Ari. Hey Mom, let's order some pizza tonight. It's got a lot of healthy stuff. In fact, I read somewhere that all the major food groups are in pizza. Now, Ari's mom is probably thinking, Ari is very thoughtful. He has some good reasons for me to order the pizza. I especially like the food period. That was really good evidence. Maybe I should order a pizza for dinner. The last kind of appeal, pathos, is an appeal to emotions. It's all about feelings. If you want someone to agree with you, you probably want them to have a positive feeling towards you. You usually can't convince them when it's bad. So the speaker needs to make sure that the audience feels the same way she does, whether or not they agree with the actual topic. So that way, because they feel the same, they're more likely to agree with her later on. Look how it works for Ari. Mom, you know what I love? I love pizza. And you know why I love pizza? Because it makes me happy. And Ari's mom gets to thinking, hey, I like pizza too, and it makes me happy, and it would make Ari happy too. Maybe I should order pizza for dinner. You're probably thinking that ethos, logos, and pathos are supposed to be used separately. However, it's actually best whenever you use all three together. When you establish your credibility, have good reasons with evidence, and help the audience feel the same way you do, you're sure to make your case. Whether you're the speaker or the audience, it always helps to know how people get their ideas across. If you're the speaker or author, understanding the persuasive appeals gives you a toolbox on how to persuade people. Think of them as guidelines when it's your job to change people's minds. And if you're the audience, it's helpful to understand how persuasive appeals, so that way you'll know when someone is trying to use these tools on you. And it'll make one Greek philosopher pretty happy. Thank you for watching Persuasive Appeals, Ethos, Logos, and Pathos by Bruce Cook.
Okay, so admittedly, while that video is a little hokey and, shall we say, interesting, it does raise two good points. The first one is, why as a speaker, why is it important for you to understand persuasive appeals? As a speaker, why is that important to understand that? Why is it important, say, for Hector to have a good understanding of persuasive appeals? Yeah, so he can persuade somebody to do something. Just make a note of that. It is important for the speaker to know the appeals to make them more persuasive. Make a note of that. It is important for the speaker to understand appeals to make them more persuasive. Why is it important for a listener or an audience to understand appeals? Why is it important for you as a listener to understand appeals? To make you more persuasive. How many of you have ever been with a friend, a family member, somebody, and they try to persuade you to do something? That should be everybody. Okay? And how many of you have ever looked at that person and gone, dude, your argument sucks? Anybody have that? Okay. The reason you were able to turn to them and say your argument sucks is because you actually had an understanding of appeals. As an audience, make note of this as well. As an audience, it is important to understand appeals so you know when somebody's trying to persuade you. It's important to understand appeals so you know when somebody's trying to persuade you. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to watch 3 videos, and your job is to determine, is it ethos, pathos, or logos? Okay? Yes, sir. No. These are actual, like, advertisements. Okay? Just put them in your head. All right, here we go. First one. How many of you guys have seen this commercial? All right, good. I can turn this off then. Okay. Well, summarize it for me, Courtney. What is it? Yeah, it's talking about abused animals and they're asking for money. Is that ethos, pathos, or logos? Pathos, Sandra. Why do you say it's emotional appeal? It's pathos. It is emotional appeal. It's pathos because okay? Please be respectful to your classmates, guys. It is pathos. It's showing how animals are being abused and what emotion are they trying to draw on? Sorrow, sadness, heartache, etc. Okay? So, that is pathos. Let's watch the next one.
So on November 4th, get out and vote. No. Say don't vote. Don't vote. You want me to say don't vote? I'm sorry, what am I supposed to say? Don't vote. That doesn't make any sense. You want people to vote, right? Just say don't vote. It's going somewhere. Oh, yeah. Listen, son, just say don't vote. Don't vote? On November 4th, get out and don't vote. Because it's part of the big picture. Tom Cruise say don't vote? On November 4th. Make sure you go out and vote. Ah! No. It's November 4th. Don't vote. Don't vote. Don't vote. No, we need don't vote. Well, it's like the last one. They did it, which was great. Hundreds of thousands of people signed up to register to vote, so it's kind of like a concept. Do not vote. Try a little more sarcasm. More sarcasm. What if people don't understand that it's being sarcastic? Oh, sarcasm. Okay, you can do sarcasm now. I can do sarcasm. I can do anything. I was in a boy band, okay? Don't vote. Don't vote. Don't vote. Don't vote. Harrison, trust me. Don't vote. Don't vote. Like that? Don't vote. Like that? I don't get it. Do not vote. Let's go back to the top. The whole concept. Nah. One vote doesn't count. It's an action. Okay, one vote doesn't count. One vote doesn't count. No, one vote doesn't count. One vote, what is that going to do? It don't matter. It's just one vote. You're one tiny little itty bitty person in this entire country. And you're just this one. You know what? I can't do it. It's not true. I don't believe it. 537 people decided the 2000 election. You want me to tell people that one vote doesn't count? 537? That's it? There's more Baldwin brothers than that. The concept worked the last time this was on YouTube. Work for who? Doesn't work for me.
I'm gonna have to go in Harrison.
I was having the same trouble. No, it doesn't make any sense.
Is there time for me to make a small noise?
I respect you, you know, and we got awards and stuff, but this is ridiculous. I think we should just kind of be a little more direct, don't you think? Say what you know. Now that makes sense to me. I'm voting because when I was growing up, my father told me that if you don't vote, then you have to shut up.
I vote because, tell them up, I want to not vote because for the first time ever, an African American can end up in the White House.
Vote because for the second time in history, a woman is running for vice president. If you're not voting for yourself, vote for people like me. Vote for the future of your children.
I'm voting because the bank that was funding my daughter's school loan just closed.
I'm voting because I care about gun control. I'm voting for education, health care. I'm voting because I want to vote. I'm voting for a better plan.
I'm voting because it's my first time.
I'm voting because I want my friend Heather to go home alive.
I'm voting because it makes a difference for the whole world.
I like a Bono.
I'm voting because I have to vote.
It's beautiful to be able to vote, and every vote counts. If you don't know where to vote, you can call your county registrar, or you can go to this website. Double check and look at this website and make sure you know where you're going to vote. Go right now. I'll wait.
I'll wait, too.
I ain't going nowhere. How long does this take? Just wait.
Okay.
This is a boy.
So, ethos, pathos, logos. Look at your definitions. Definitions. Remembering that pathos deals with emotions, logos deals with logic, and ethos deals with a speaker's credibility. Chance, what do you got? You said logos, logical. Why? Okay, so they're trying to appeal to your sense of logic of why wouldn't you do this? Okay? Somebody has something different. What was a little bit different or extra special about that ad? Who did it have a lot of? Celebrities. And they were telling you to do something, right? Or vote. Were they trying to use their own credibility to try to get you to do something? Yeah. So that makes it what? Could be ethos. Now this is an interesting point because is chance necessarily wrong? No. The answer I would have gone for, probably ethos, but there is a logical argument for logos. So what does that tell you about persuasive appeals? Quite frequently, one ad could be either or sometimes uses both. Okay? But one thing I do want you to notice, if they're using celebrities to endorse an idea or a product, go ethos. More often than not, if there's a celebrity, they're trying to say, hey, I'm Tom Cruise, and I do it, so you should too. Okay, so it's ethos. Or, arguably, logos. So let's go ahead and watch the last one. What do you think, guys?
Logos,
Why do you say that, DeMarco?
they were using reasoning, like they were talking about how many people in the world have charts, they have charts showing facts and all.
That's I think that's where you really hit it on the head. It's this idea of facts, numbers, statistics, things that are not only trying to convince you by giving charts, but giving you data to suggest that it's also true. Okay, that is a great example of logos. When you got numbers, charts, statistics, 2004, now it's 2014, things like that, that really tells us logos. Okay? So, we are out of here in 25 minutes. I'm going to let you guys pack up for the last 5. I would like you guys to please work on your exit slip, which I have not given to you yet. So let me go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get this exit slip, guys. It is due at the end of the period.